Okay, I need you to stop whatever you are doing right now. I mean it. Put the phone down flat, take a breath, and then pick it back up, because what just came through for you in this energy is something I genuinely was not prepared for when I sat down to do this reading. I'm going to say that again. I was not prepared. And I've been doing this long enough to know when something hits different the moment the energy opens up. This hit different. Like, immediately. There was no warm-up. There was no easing in. It just came flooding in, and the first thing I felt, the very first thing, was somebody talking about you. Not to you. About you. Behind your back, but not in a negative way. In a way that was almost reverent. Like they were speaking about you with this quiet kind of awe that people usually reserve for things they don't fully have words for yet. And that's exactly what's happening here. Somebody out there is struggling to find the words for what they feel when they think about you. So let's get into all of it, because this is layered and it's deep, and I want to make sure I give you every single piece of what's coming through. The first thing I'm picking up on, and this is so strong I almost feel like I need to preface it, is that there is a person in your atmosphere right now who has said something out loud that they probably didn't even fully plan to say. It just came out of them. It slipped. You know how sometimes people say things and then immediately you can tell by their face that the words surprised even themselves? That's what happened here. This person was in a conversation, probably casual, probably not even about anything serious, and somehow your name or your face or just the thought of you came up, and they said it. They said, "I've never seen anyone like them before." And the person they were talking to kind of paused. Because it wasn't just what they said. It was how they said it. There was weight behind it. There was something almost vulnerable in how it came out of them, and for someone who typically keeps things close to the chest, that was a big deal. That was a slip of the soul. And now they're probably replaying that moment wondering if they said too much. They did say too much. And it was beautiful. What's interesting about this energy is that this person did not walk into your life, or into your awareness, expecting to feel this way. Not even close. In fact, and this might sting a little or it might make you laugh depending on how you receive it, they had an opinion about you before they really knew you. It wasn't necessarily negative. It was just incomplete. It was a surface-level read. They looked at you and they clocked you a certain way and they thought they had you figured out. People do that. Especially with someone like you, because there's something about the way you carry yourself that makes people think they understand you faster than they actually do. You give off this energy that reads as one thing on the outside but is something entirely different once somebody gets even slightly beneath the surface. And this person got beneath the surface. Either they got close enough physically or they've been watching you long enough from a distance, and something cracked open in their understanding of who you are. And what they found underneath completely dismantled everything they thought they knew. That is not a small thing. Most people never get dismantled like that. Most people move through life collecting confirmations of what they already believe. This person got the opposite of that when it comes to you. They got a revelation. And revelations change people. So just know that whoever this is, they are not the same person they were before you came into their field. You did something to them without even trying. You didn't perform for them. You didn't put on a show. You were just you, and that was enough to completely rewire something in them. Now I want to talk about this energy around you specifically, because I keep feeling this thing and I have to say it. There's something about you that doesn't fully belong to this time. I know that might sound strange, and I'm not going to over-explain it, but there's an ancientness to you. It's in your eyes. It's in the way you process things. It's in the way you feel emotions differently than most people around you. Like you've felt all of this before, in a different body, in a different era, and something in you carries that memory even if your mind can't access it directly. People sense this about you even when they don't have the vocabulary for it. They'll say things like, "There's something about you," and trail off. They'll say you feel familiar when they've just met you. They'll say being around you feels different, feels calming, or feels electric depending on the person, and sometimes it's both at once. That's not common. That is actually rare in a way that most people don't understand. And this person, the one who's been talking about you, they feel this. They cannot name it, but they feel it in their chest when you're nearby. It's like their whole system responds to you before their brain has a chance to catch up. Their body knows something that their mind is still trying to process. And what their body knows is that you are not like the rest. You are not interchangeable. You are not someone they can encounter and then move on from cleanly. You leave a mark. You leave an imprint. And they are sitting in that imprint right now, turning it over in their hands, trying to figure out what to do with it. I also want to say this, and I feel like some of you specifically need to hear it. You have spent a really long time underestimating the effect you have on people. You've downplayed it. You've brushed it off when people showed you that you were significant to them. Maybe because you've been hurt before and it felt safer to not fully believe it. Maybe because the people who should have reflected your worth back to you early on didn't do a good job of that. But I need you to hear me right now. The way people respond to you is not an accident. It's not just coincidence. It's not just they're being nice. You genuinely move people. You alter the energy of a room. You make an impression that lingers long after you've gone. And this person is living proof of that truth. Let me go deeper into who this person is energetically, because I want to give you as much texture as I can here. This is someone who has a wall up. Not because they're a bad person. Not because they don't have capacity for love, because actually they have enormous capacity for love. It's just been sitting there unused and protected because someone got in there before and made a mess of it. They've been used. They've been taken for granted. They've had someone treat their softness like a weakness, and they decided, quietly, somewhere along the way, that they weren't going to let anybody else in that easily. So they built something around themselves. Competent on the outside. Self-sufficient. Maybe even a little guarded in conversation. The type of person people respect but don't always feel they can fully read. And then there's you. And everything they built to keep people out just doesn't seem to work when it comes to you. It's like you walk right past the wall without even noticing it's there. And they don't know how you do it. They're almost frustrated by it in the most endearing way. Because they're not used to feeling exposed. They're not used to caring this quickly or this deeply about someone they haven't even fully had a real conversation with yet. But here they are. Already in it. Already feeling things they told themselves they were done feeling. I'm getting that they've been in situations before, not necessarily serious relationships, but situations where they were the one who cared more. Where they gave more than they received. And that left a mark on them. So when these feelings started building around you, there was a part of them that got scared. Because caring means risking. And they know what the risk feels like when it doesn't pay off. So they're moving slowly. They're watching. They're processing. But make no mistake, the feeling is there. It's not a small thing they can logic themselves out of. It is significant. Can we talk about the jealousy for a second? Because I keep feeling this and it's actually a little bit funny when I tune into it. This person, who doesn't even have a real claim on you yet, gets bothered when they see others around you. Like visibly, internally bothered. They won't show it outwardly, they're too composed for that, but something tightens in them when they watch someone else make you laugh or stand too close to you or give you attention. And the part that's almost comical is that they know it doesn't make logical sense. They know they have no right to feel that way. They haven't made their move. They haven't told you anything. But the feelings don't care about the logic. The feelings just keep coming, and the jealousy is part of that. It's just proof of how real this is for them. They want your attention. Specifically yours. They want to be the one making you laugh. They want to be the one standing close. And they're trying to figure out how to get there without making themselves completely vulnerable before they know where you stand. Because that's the thing, right? They genuinely cannot tell if you'd receive them or if you'd leave them standing there. And that uncertainty is almost paralyzing for someone who is usually so sure of themselves in other areas of life. They find you so beautiful it almost irritates them. I mean that with so much love. They look at you and something happens to them that they didn't sign up for. The way you move. The way you hold yourself. The way you look when you're not even trying to look good. Something about your presence is magnetic in a way that catches them off guard every single time, like they think they've gotten used to it and then they see you again and it hits them fresh all over again. They're not used to that. They're not used to someone having that effect on them repeatedly. And it is deeply, genuinely making them reconsider things they thought they had decided about their life. Here's what I also need you to understand about this connection because the energy on it is unlike most things I tune into. This is not a surface situation. This is not a fun for a season and then fade out type of connection. What I'm feeling here has weight. It has gravity. It has the kind of pull that doesn't let go easily. This person has thought about their future, and for a long time that future was a relatively solitary picture. Maybe someone at their side eventually, but nothing urgent. Nothing pressing. They weren't chasing love. They weren't trying to build something with anyone. They were focused. They were moving through life with a kind of independent momentum that worked for them. And you showed up and the picture changed. They're thinking about things now that they weren't thinking about before you. Long-term things. What it would look like to have you in their corner consistently. What it would feel like to wake up and know that you are theirs. I'm even feeling something around wanting to do right by you, like they're aware that whoever gets to love you properly has a responsibility to show up fully, and for the first time in a long time they actually want to be that person for someone. They want to rise to that occasion. They want to be worthy of what you are. That is not something they feel about many people. That is almost exclusively a feeling they're having about you. They have thought about spoiling you. And I don't just mean in a materialistic way, though that's there too. They want to give you things, experiences, comfort, all of it. But more than that, they want to spoil you with presence. With consistency. With being someone you can exhale around. Because they sense that you've had to be strong for a long time and you're tired in a way that rest doesn't fully fix. They see that in you. And something in them wants to be the place where you get to put the weight down. I want to pause here and speak directly to the part of you that has been through it. Because I'm feeling that too, and it matters. You have not had an easy road when it comes to love and connection. You've given pieces of yourself to people who didn't protect them. You've opened up in moments that required a lot of courage and been met with something disappointing. And somewhere along the way, you started to wonder if maybe the way you love is too much, or maybe your standards are too high, or maybe you're asking for something that isn't actually real for you. You started to question yourself when it should have been the situations you were questioning. And that self-doubt has followed you in ways you might not even fully be conscious of right now. But here's what the energy is saying clearly. Those experiences were not proof that you're too much. They were not proof that real love isn't coming. They were part of a process that was shaping you and, as much as it hurt, refining what you're able to recognize now. You don't settle the same way you would have before. You know what it feels like to be in something wrong, and now you know what it feels like when something lands differently. And this, what's building around you right now, it lands differently. And some part of you already knows that. Some part of you has already felt the shift in the air even if your mind hasn't caught up yet. You deserve to be someone's first thought in the morning. You deserve to be spoken about the way this person is speaking about you. You deserve to have someone look at you like you are the most interesting thing they've ever encountered, because you are. Not because you're performing. Not because you're trying. Just because of what you carry naturally. And that person exists. That person is already in your atmosphere thinking about you right now. The energy is also showing me something about your own power that I want to bring into the light here. Because this reading isn't just about them, it's also about you stepping into what you actually are. There's a version of you that is about to emerge more fully. A version that is more confident in its own skin. More rooted. More unapologetic about what you want and what you won't accept. I feel like something has been shifting in you quietly over the last little while. Maybe you've been doing inner work, maybe you've been having realizations, maybe you've just been getting tired of being smaller than you are, and that shift is about to become visible on the outside. People are already starting to notice it. The way you carry yourself is changing. The way you speak about yourself is changing. The energy you walk into rooms with is changing. And it's magnetic. It's drawing things toward you, including this person, because there's something deeply attractive about someone who is actively becoming themselves without apology. That's what you're doing. And the universe is responding to it. Financially, I'm also getting movement for you. Something that was stagnant or slower than you wanted it to be is beginning to pick up. You have skills and abilities that are about to be recognized more publicly either in a new setting or within the space you're already in. People are about to start seeing the full scope of what you bring to the table professionally, and it's going to open something up for you. This elevation is connected to your overall expansion. Everything is moving at once for you. Love, personal growth, financial shifts, it's like the whole foundation is rising, and it's rising because you've done the work that most people avoid. Let me come back to this person one more time because I feel like there are a few more things I want to give you. I'm sensing that they are very close to making a move. The internal deliberation has been going on for a while now and it's coming to a head. Something recently, and this might be something you said, something they saw, something that happened between you even if it felt small or casual in the moment, tipped something in them. Pushed them a little closer to the edge of just saying something. Just doing something. Just crossing the space between where things are now and where they actually want them to be. They are nervous. And this is someone who is not typically nervous. That's significant. The nervousness is because you matter. The nervousness is because this feels like something real and real things come with real stakes and they respect that too much to be careless about it. So when they do come, and they will come, just know that it took courage. Know that whatever they say, they mean. They're not performing. They're not running a play they've used before. What they bring to you is going to be genuine, maybe a little clumsy in the best way, and entirely from the heart. I also want to say that they think about what it would be like to take care of you. Not in a controlling way, in an, I want to make your life easier, I want to be someone you can call, I want to show up for you the way someone should have shown up for you a long time ago, way. They feel protective of you. Even now, even before anything official has happened, they feel something that functions like protectiveness when it comes to you. They don't want anything to hurt you. They don't want anyone to take advantage of that big heart of yours. And when they eventually know you fully, that protectiveness is going to be one of the most beautiful things about how they love you. As I close out this energy, I want to leave you with this. What's being built around you right now is real. The love coming toward you is real. The recognition of who you are, not just from this person but from the world at large, is real and it's accelerating. You are stepping into a chapter that is going to feel so different from what you've known before. Not perfect. Not without its challenges.